told them not to do it at the same time. Just said, don't do it at the same time. So one of you go first. At the same time, they both go, hello, Craig.
This is Black Tornado Podcast.
And welcome to the Black Tornado Podcast, your home for underground metal. Today is something that I love doing. I love heading back to the good old corn state of Indiana. Got a slam death grind band from Indiana. I'm sitting in with the boys from Peelingcorpse. What up, dudes?
How's it going?
Hey-o.
Another day in the cornfield, I guess.
Yes, another day. That's the name of the new EP. Nobody knows that yet. Another day in the cornfields.
Actually, to be fair, it's a split. It's going to be with Risha's Discharge and Peelingcorpse.
Yes. And now we will not talk about that any further.
This will be edited out.
No one wants to hear that. All right, we got a show favorite, Corey Stump, been on 100 times. Everybody knows him. He is on guitars and vocals on this one. And we got Louis, I'm going to say it wrong, Ortunio. Is that right?
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Dude, I just, I've been nailing
Cue the fans. He got it right.
Bump, 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 bump. Oh, I've been nailing him today. I just did a show earlier with somebody from a different country and absolutely nailed unless they were just being polite, absolutely nailed the pronunciation of their name, which is a name I'm sure none of us have ever heard of. So that was a good
I
one
just call him Louis Onion.
Louis
There you
Onion. All right. I'll try to keep that in mind for the future. Let's talk about good old Peelingcorpse. The Rotting album was released in 2025. Artwork by the great Glenford Cabarsi, which automatically makes your album sound better when you have Glenford's artwork. Everybody kind of knows that at this point.
Yeah.
There was also a demo released a few months prior to the album last year.
Mm-hmm.
And so those tracks were not featured on The Rotting. The Rotting is the name of the album that was released 2025.
Right. So the shitty demo is what it's called, was actually just all me. And
Okay.
I had just set on a bunch of other riffs and stuff, and my boy Louis here was actually at my house because he lives over in Ohio. And we were talking about doing a music project again, and I was like, well, I'm setting on this, and he was like, fuck it, I'm not doing anything. Pretty much.
Nice.
Is that pretty much what was said, Louis? I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's basically it. It's just I came over and hung out, and he told me about it, and I was already down for it.
So did you do the recording at Corey's house, or did you do the recording at your house?
I did the drums here at my house.
Gotcha. Sent them to him and then got them mixed
Mhm.
up.
Yep.
Got it. So normally on most shows I'll play like one or two songs, but with you guys, because of the songs are short enough to, you can't even smoke a cigarette by the time the song's done. We'll play 3 today. So let's get into something off of the Rotting album. This is Jolly Ranch Scab. technically, I mean, if you want to get super, super technical, it's an Indiana/Ohio band.
Technically, yes.
So you get a twofer there. You get 2 states.
Yep.
I don't remember the band. It wasn't last year. It was the year before, and the band, every member was from a different state, and they weren't even close. Like one guy was in Indiana, the other guy was in Nevada, the other guy was like, they were all over. And so I'm assuming that they did, what you guys did was everybody home studio
Hmm.
and then sent the stems around until everybody was happy, got it mixed and mastered. It's become incredibly common, and I've said this on shows before where the band members are not in the same state. I just find it so cool that nowadays you can you can you can do a project with somebody in another country, right?
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
you never have to be as cool as it is to jam with people, be in the same room, and hang out. It's not a necessity anymore. You could just do your stuff at home, send it off, get it mixed, and yeah, really never leave your house, your apartment, wherever you're at. You can do everything right from home, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Pretty much. That's what we did with this. With actually at one eh, before we released the 9 songs, I'd actually sent him like 15 tracks,
Okay.
and it got to a point where it was like, okay, it was kind of like beating the head up against the wall. I was like, look, let's just take 9 and put the artwork to it and give it a title and give it the names and go for it. And
Sure, sure.
so far the response, I would say, on from what I've heard, has been amazing.
So how did the group form? How did everything start?
Well, well, I'll tell my half and I'll let Louis tell his half. Peeling Corpse was just me wanting to play slam music, and when I started writing material that was not for my other project, I was like, I got to put a name with a face, and I was looking up at my wall, and I'm a big fan of Cannibal Corpse. I'm a big fan of Peeling Flesh, and I was like, Peeling Corpse. There's no rhyme or reason behind it. It sounded good and went with it. And then I released the shitty demo. I did all that myself, and then going on laying some riff ideas down, full songs, and then in comes this gentleman over here.
Nice. Louis, were you honored to be approached by Corey Stump and join one of his musical escapades?
Oh, definitely not. No, yeah, no, it was good because I had worked with him prior, and from there I was like, okay, and then it was what, maybe 4 years.
It was 4 or 5 years ago. When we would have our regular practice, I would just sometimes jump on guitar, and I would show him like the layout of a song, and literally me and him were playing back and forth. We were not having to take a stop. We were playing from beginning to end on songs, and you could just tell there was a good chemistry there. And we had always talked, like, dude, we need to get into a project again because me and him clicked. And when all this was laid out, I was like, let's just do it as a 2 piece
Hmm.
and
Yeah,
not
because
complicate.
like having like another somebody outside of us, it was not necessarily wouldn't mesh well. It's more like it was basically that it would not mesh well. It would,
Yeah,
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 we had other components.
yeah,
yeah. I think when you find what works, you don't mess with success, as they say. And when you find the right elements, you just know nothing else needs to be added to this. This is just perfect the way that it is.
Hmm.
Um, yeah,
mhm.
makes absolute sense to me. Let's talk about this album a little bit more. So, off the Rotting album, what do you think your favorite song is? Either uh, recording it or just in general just liking it?
Mm, I think
Yeah.
Chainsaw was fun, just recording it.
Yeah.
I would honestly have to say it's in parentheses. It's where the fucking sauce is, or where's the fucking sauce. That song came. The title came to me because Little Caesars forgot my damn dipping sauce, and I was like, "Where's the fucking sauce at?" And then I was like, the light bulb went off. I was like, "Song title." Um, the For me, recording that song was more. It felt more at home for me because I'm a big fan of like hardcore and slam music, and it's just a nasty fucking track. And then when he sent me the his stuff on it, and I actually called him. I was like, "You dirty bastard, you!" But
Yeah,
record. Oh,
more
sorry. Go
bands
ahead.
need to make no, I was gonna say more bands need to incorporate lost food into
Hmm.
their song titles. I especially if it's if it's slam or it's grind.
Yeah. For me, like the whole album was a challenge because this is the first record that I'm playing guitar and doing vocals. So when I was doing the vocals, I was actually picking up my guitar and trying to make sure everything was going to hit. And I had more problems with one of the slow songs over the fast ones.
Maybe is that just being used to playing faster material that when you decide to slow it down, you go, shit, this is actually harder to play it
Exactly.
slower. Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
No, that makes sense. What about live shows? Do you guys have? I know the state thing is different, but you're not super far into Ohio, are you, Louis?
No, I'm like 5 minutes from PA.
Okay, yeah. So doing
So
point of that is doing live shows wouldn't be an impossibility.
no, because like when I was in another band with him, I would drive up there weekly.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
right,
Yeah.
right.
so yeah,
Yeah.
for me, it wouldn't be an issue to do anything live. If there was a show opportunity, I
Yeah.
just do it. You know,
Yeah,
Um,
you'll have to keep me posted if any live shows do happen.
should we? Should we, Louis?
yeah, if I could.
Yeah, fuck it. If anybody's listening, actually, I guess the cat can be out of the bag. We're just waiting on the flyer and the event page to be made. But May 29th in Hardee's in Elkhart, Indiana, Peelingcorpse is actually going to be playing their first show.
Oh, very cool. Nice.
Yep, yep.
Who else is
The
who else is on the bill?
Yep. It is Peelingcorpse, for Paul, which is from Indianapolis.
Hmm.
A band out of Chicago called Substis, and Ruthless Hustle.
Oh, doing double duty that day.
I'm gonna die.
Yeah, that's gonna be a rough day. Now, is it split apart or is it like ruthless and then peeling so you don't even get a break?
Healing is gonna open, and Ruthless is gonna. So far, way it's working out, it's gonna be Ruthless headlining. So I'll have a little bit of a break. Plus, it'll be when I'm
Yeah.
turning 41.
Yes. So you'll
Yeah.
be older, so you need the break there.
Yeah. Leaf this time, I don't have to worry about drum gear.
Yeah, that's a perk. You don't have to,
Right.
lug everything, put it on stage, take it off stage, put it on stage again.
Right.
Hell yeah. I know the album just came out last year, well, at the end of last year.
Yep.
Are you guys writing any new material as of now?
I'm just uh putting down riff ideas because I'm trying I sorry. We are trying to push more of the record right now.
Okay.
Um there is a festival coming up, Shamrock Slaughterfest in March, and both Louie and I are going to be attending, and we're actually going to put out like little demo and pass them out just to get the word out. Um, Eventually, we'll probably release hard copies of the
Mhm.
album. Um, Basically, and I don't mean to overstep Louis on this, but from what me and him have discussed, is we will probably just ride this wave and see what into 2027 takes us. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, you know. Uh,
Right.
plus, again, not to go too personal, my boy over here is getting married in October, so planning accordingly.
Congratulations. Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything around October is off the table. So
Sure.
I don't want to die from our merch lady. Quick,
So no new
quick,
plans quite yet for a new album. Kind of just
not
like you said, riding
yeah,
out the rotting for the next year. And
yeah. Like I said,
yeah,
I've gotten some riff ideas, but I want when it comes to recording a new album, I want more. I want me and him having more collaboration instead of me being like, "Hey, I got this full song right here. Go put your drums to it."
right.
I want all hands to be on deck, so that way everybody feels like we're gonna be doing this thing. But quick shout out to our friend, or my friend, his soon to be wife, Crystal. She's been helping run our Facebook and Instagram, and actually helped us get our YouTube page up too. So
Nice.
shout out to,
Hell
shout
yeah.
out to Crystal.
yeah, she's
Yeah.
been real helpful with like getting small like merch ideas, like
Yes, she, yes,
tumblers or stuff like that, because she does all the prints out everything and puts them on things.
yeah,
So it kind of works out in a way.
yeah,
Yeah, it's always nice when you have somebody else on the team to help with things like that. Like you said, be it social media presence or merch designing.
right,
Uh, it kind of grows your team a little bit. And plus it's cool because if you guys are, say in the future you decide, hey, let's get serious about this writing, it's just one less thing to worry about. You don't even have to
right.
think about updates and all that. You can let her handle it, and yeah, just
Well,
just one less thing to worry about.
and that's the other cool thing I will say about Crystal. She'll have like an idea and she'll bring it to either Louis or I, and
Mm,
or like we have a group chat. It's our Peelingcorpse street team, and she'll go in there and be like, "Hey, I have this idea. What do you guys think about it?"
yeah,
And yay, nay, let's shelve it. We'll use it later. It's all
yeah,
about timing.
yeah. There's no bad ideas in a brainstorming session because, like you said, you might hear an idea one day
Hmm.
that doesn't necessarily fit, but then in the future you might circle back to it and go, now now this idea really works. Now this is like the perfect time to do, whatever that thing was.
Right,
Hmm.
right.
All right, let's take another quick break. Let's listen to another album song off the album. This is Chainsaw Enema. All right, so and with this one, you guys put a music video together.
Hmm.
Talk me through this song. Why did this song get the music video treatment over another song?
It was more of just to the point. This song is basically to the point.
Hmm.
Hmm.
It's got blast beats, slam beats, the riffs is. I feel like this one was, for me at least, like my favorite song. And I was like, hey, let's do this one. And yeah, basically it. Set up a few tripods up, did mine. Somehow we only got like one angle for the drums, but it worked out well though.
So would you say that Chainsaw Enema is that like the essential Peeling Corpse?
Yeah,
Like
I,
if
I
nobody heard your band, would this be the first song you showed to
yes,
them?
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yep. Chainsaw Enema would definitely be the first one I would show to him.
Nice.
Either that or Skull Full of Dents. I like that one too.
Yeah, that too.
There's no bad song on this album.
Yeah, I heard the whole thing. I liked all of it. I think it's cool. I really like the video. I want to touch on that for a little bit.
Okay.
Whose idea was it to make a video?
I think that was more of a collaboration of both of us.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But the fact of like how far we lived far away from each other, I was like, let's just shoot. I'll shoot my stuff that I'm doing here. Let it be on the guitar. Let me do on vocals, and let's just have fun with it. And Louis, it worked, and we all did it all DIY at home. You know, there was no rhyme or reason with it. Like sure, Chainsaw Enema, but let's have fun with it.
Yeah, the way it was presented, a lot of bands do that where they'll cut from member to member and back and forth and cut to some other things. So, with that being said, there's not really a way you wouldn't know that you two weren't in the same proximity as each other. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's not like it's incredibly obvious one of you is in a dark room and the other one is outside in the sun. It's
Right.
right.
it's almost I challenge anybody, if you didn't know that, to challenge and watch it. You wouldn't notice a huge difference. I liked the way that it was edited. Who did the video work?
That one was Bryce Seditz from the singer of Plague Wheeler,
Oh,
and
okay, yeah.
also what's his production? Morning Shroud.
Morning Shroud, yeah.
Okay.
Shout out, yeah. Shout out him.
Yes. I asked him because he has his video making capabilities, so I was like, "Hey, can you make this video for us?" And
If I
basically,
remember, sorry.
I told him that it's like, do it however you want. If you want to do it side by side, like a 3-panel, do what you got to do. So shout out to him. Do it like his creative things, with it.
Probably helps too that it was relatively short. It wasn't like you guys shot an 8-minute video.
Right, yeah. Definitely that I think actually that really helped it.
Right.
So
What we thought was going to be like a week time was like actually more like 2 or 3 days. And
if that,
Louis,
yeah.
yeah, Louis was sending me a video. And I'm like, wait, what?
Well, I mean, if you think about it, if the song is a minute and some change long, how many camera transitions can you really have in
Right.
Yeah.
such a short amount of time?
Yeah.
But it looks cool. It looks
And
Yeah.
and the chainsaw sound that you hear on the beginning
Mhm.
and end was all him. We gave him free reign on that. We're like, dude, do what
Cool.
you do. Have fun with it.
Mhm.
And he had fun with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that adds to it. That just makes it a little bit more fun. But yeah, the video turned out great. Do you guys have any plans in the future? Are you going to work with this guy again? Are you going to make more videos?
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
If he's down, if he's not busy. I mean, he's got Plague Wilder and he has his life.
Sure.
I mean, I sure. I mean, I sure he can't he can sacrifice like 30 minutes of his life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
30 minutes for a minute and a half music video. The guy's set.
We just gotta make sure we gotta have a metronome next time.
Yeah, he did that without Click. So,
Oh, okay, got it.
so we basically sent him the clips, sent him the audio,
Yeah,
and he ran with it. So
and you know
took a
what'll
little
be
longer
cool
because
for
we
the
didn't have Click with
oh,
it,
sure. Yeah,
but aside from that, though, he knocked it out.
Yeah, he knocked it out of the park.
well, you know what'll be cool for the next video is that by the time you guys have this live show done, you get somebody to record some footage. You can use that footage, in
Yeah.
the next video.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
That would be very cool.
We
We'll see
kind
what
of touched.
happens. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, only time will tell. Whatever works out for you, and you guys will be together for the show. Maybe you'll find time in an abandoned building in Indiana somewhere, and you guys can shoot some B-roll.
Screw
Yeah,
that. I
that's
want
it.
to do. I want to do one in a retirement home.
In a retirement home.
Yeah,
I bet you could find like a
I
a
bet you.
derelict, nursing home somewhere you guys can,
Right.
bust the back door out of, and you guys will have about 6 minutes to record in there.
Right. 6 minutes for a 1 minute song. Okay.
Yeah,
we'll
I
take
mean,
more time. We'll take more time putting our gear up.
sure. Well, you just run in there with the guitars and like one snare drum, and you just do it really fast,
Yeah, there you go.
and then
Yeah.
run off. We kind of touched on this really briefly. What about any kind of merch outside of the rotting eventually getting pressed on CD?
CD. There's talks of stickers, tumblers, and T-shirts that are in the works right now.
Cool.
Right now, with one show booked, we might have stickers ready by then. Might, but if we start getting more frequent shows, the demand of merch will probably be there.
Sure.
But we're slowly coming into the waters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. There's really good ways. Stickers, you can get those
Right.
really cheap now, and even getting CDs pressed
Right.
can come down to literally just a couple of dollars.
Dude, I'm waiting to. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm honestly waiting for like cheap way to make 8 tracks. I want a Peelingcorpse
8 tracks. 8 tracks might be a little tricky, but that's what a lot of like punk bands do with cassettes is they would go to Goodwill and they would buy gospel cassettes. Some of them still in the original seal, and they would just dub right over a gospel cassette. And what was really funny is they would always leave off a little blank space, say after the last song, but then if you listen to it long enough, eventually it would click on to just some like country gospel music would be at the end of this this punk band. And taking the J cards out, and if the inside was blank, they'd just flip it around, grab a marker, and just true DIY aesthetic.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
8 tracks might be tricky. I'll tell you what, if I hear of anything, if I figure out a way to make that happen, you'll be the first one I get in contact with, because
I can hear Louis' brain. This is your doing.
Because I'm thinking like vinyl's good, tapes are coming back. Yeah, fuck it, let's go 8-track.
you guys, I mean, like you said, cassettes. I mean, and cassettes suck. Like, and this is coming from somebody with a huge tape collection. Cassettes are terrible. They break. They unwind.
Tape wears down.
Oh, they're just. It's a terrible piece of media, and for whatever reason, they're incredibly popular now. So it wouldn't surprise me if 8 tracks. If you guys really want to get ahead of the wheel, just go reel to reel. Screw 8-track. Just go right to reel to
There
reel.
you go.
And
That'll be our greatest hits. We'll put out like 4 more albums, but that'll be like 25 minutes worth of material.
Yeah.
But right now we're sitting at
reel to
barely
reel.
10 minutes, I think.
Yeah, just go good luck. good luck affording whatever's going to play this reel to reel.
Right.
And
Feel like the Airheads like a little small receiver.
yeah, yeah, it's crazy how these like vinyl's always made sense to me because if you have a good turntable, a good needle, a good receiver, good speakers, the sound quality is just amazing. You know, and CDs sound great too. Same purposes. If you've got good speakers and a good system, CDs sound killer. Cassettes sucked when they came out. 8-tracks sucked. 8-tracks were even worse than cassettes because depending on what you were listening to, the song they didn't even make it where the song would fit. So you're listening to the last song of side A, and let's say it's a 4-minute song. At the 2 minute and 10-second mark, the song would stop, and you'd have to flip the 8. It didn't even fit the whole song. I mean, it was garbage. But bands are still putting. I went to a show last weekend, and what two out of the 5 bands had cassette tapes. I don't get it.
Chance, was it Ringworm?
No, it was Slow Hole head tapes, and maybe Phobia head tapes.
I know Phobia.
Phobia will probably be one or two have tapes.
Yeah, Phobia is definitely one of those bands that definitely are still into the whole tape thing. Which I agree with you. Like some tapes suck, but somehow they're doing good. I don't know.
I have like a whole roll full of tapes.
Oh yeah, I got dozens of tapes, and I right around COVID when everybody got their screw around money, I was making. I mean, I'm not kidding you, hundreds and hundreds of dollars off of selling like my old thrash tapes and my old like metal tapes because I was like, what the hell do I'd rather have vinyl, and that's pretty much what I did. I sold a bunch of cassette tapes and I put that into like I remember one that I sold was the Slipknot, the self-titled cassette, and I sold that with a couple other tapes, and then I used the money to buy the self-title on vinyl. I was like, I don't even want the tapes anymore. And when I saw Slow Hole, they were like, they told me that their vinyl was sold out. They're working on getting a new pressing made up. And they said they didn't have CDs, and all they had audio wise was cassettes. And I'm just thinking to myself, I would rather go to your Bandcamp and buy the digital version versus a tape, because when the hell am I going to listen to it? You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
I just don't see. But hey, power to them, man. People are buying them, and
just on a side note, I'm a little upset that you sold that not to me.
sold what?
The Slipknot cassette tape.
I have some tapes still around. I'll have to see.
Actually, I'm surprised Louis wasn't saying anything because he's actually more a bigger Slipknot fan than I am.
Yeah, no, it was more of like, as long as it's got like the old school tracks, like
purity on it.
Yeah, and Frail Nursery.
Yeah, mine did. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, Frail Nursery, right. Yeah, mine had that on there, and I sold them. I mean, I had so many that I wasn't even listing them individually. I would take like, I don't know, 10 tapes, and I would just make it a big bundle. And I would sell, and then some people messaged me and were just like, I don't want the other tapes. One of them was a 9 Inch Nails tape. I don't remember the album, but it was 9 Inch Nails. And the guy messaged me and asked if I would sell that individually because he only wanted that tape. And at that, he got in touch with me relatively quick. There were no bids on it, so I said, okay, you know, and I just sold him that one individually. Yeah, tapes. I mean, you know, when I was a kid, I remember still being able to buy tapes at like Coconuts Music and even Walgreens. Funny enough, Walgreens used to sell cassette tapes. And maybe the players were just better back then. Maybe they lasted longer.
They don't make them like they used to.
No, I mean, do they even make new cassette like a Walkman, or do
I
you just
think
have
they-
to
I think
find?
they do. You just got to get it like off Amazon.
Yeah, they're probably garbage, you know.
I mean, I've had the stereo that has my cassette tape and vinyl player and CD player for well over a year. It's pretty good.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
power to you.
Yeah.
I just don't think anything holds up to like the Sony Walkmans that we had in
True.
middle school and high school.
Yeah.
Those things were tanks. You could drop them.
Didn't RCA put out a Walkman? I'm not sure.
Oh, it wouldn't shock me. I'm sure RCA did, and
I
if it
had
came
the-
out back in the day, it was probably good.
I had the Walkman that had the volume on the side, but on the front of the door had the adjustments for your like bass and everything.
Yeah, the bass boost, sure.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I had the CD player I had, which was a Sony a Walkman, whatever the hell it was called, and it had the bass boost, which was hysterical because all it did was distort the shit out of whatever you were lit. It didn't even sound good. You clicked it and everything just sounded sounded terrible. But you know, we're kids in middle school. What do we know about stuff sounding good?
Right.
All right, I don't know what the hell
The
we're talking.
lo-fi was. I'm always proud of lo-fi, like the old school, like black metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
That raw sound on a tape.
Yeah.
I live for that shit.
That's kind of like horror movies on VHS. There's just something
Yes.
about a horror movie on VHS that hits harder. And I have a decent VHS collection. And
Dude, the first Spawn movie, that was so good on fucking VHS. Once you saw it on DVD, it was garbage.
yeah, it took away from and even the television that you use. You know, if you have like an old CRT TV, like gamers, like vintage video game guys,
Yep,
will
yep.
go out of their way to find CRT TVs because they want to play Mario 64 the way they played it, when they were 10. They don't want to play it on an upscaled television.
Right.
And,
I don't know. That's kind of how I feel about like instruments too. Like I don't know about Louis, but I know like old guitars. I love the sound of the old Gibsons or your Stratocasters. They're just amazing.
I think when it
More of a
comes,
DJ guy.
I think when it comes to amps, there's something to be said about vintage amplifiers. I mean, they were literally just built differently.
Yeah.
There was more time put into an individual amp, and they had real people, checking everything before it went out the door. When you bought a vintage amp, for the most part, you knew it was going to work just fine because
Freaking
the
AI
quality control.
building amps.
Well, they have a lot of machine work done now.
Oh, for
and,
sure. Yeah.
There is a little bit of quality control, but it's garbage compared to what quality control used to be. You knew when you got that, that Fender amp finally delivered to you, or when you went to the music store to pick it up, you knew it had been through no less than 10 hands.
Right.
Before it got to you. It was checked. And, now you get new equipment and, it starts to crap out on you after a couple of months and you go, wow, where was the quality control here? Or you get it right away and you go, the frets are sharp, who filed this thing? And you're going, I spent all this money on a subpar piece of equipment, which is really infuriating to spend that kind of money to get something that isn't even properly finished. So I totally get it when you're talking about, older gear. And I've got an old bass amp from, I think it's from the early 70s. And it needs a little bit of work, but it's absolutely still playable. It just, it's old. It needs a touch up. But yeah, gear and stuff. Actually, speaking of that, I'm gonna move on to my final question, which is my favorite question. What is your favorite piece of gear?
Currently?
Oh, I got it right here, actually. I keep shit out of the book. This thing.
Well, we got a pearl snare drum. Is that the
Adobe
what
Signature.
The Joey signature. Okay, that's what I thought it
Yeah.
was. Sweet. Very
Hey,
cool.
it's been with me for years.
Hell
I
yeah.
remember. I remember when
That
he
the
got
first
that.
one?
Yeah, it's the first one.
Nice.
You got that literally the week before Joey passed away.
Yeah.
I remember
Wow.
when you got that. Yeah, it was weird because he was in the group chat and he goes, "I did a thing. I just spent the money and got it." Literally, a week later, Joey passed away.
Oh, that's
And
crazy.
yeah, yeah.
I remember
And this
my
thing's
little.
like,
Oh, go ahead.
this thing's not going anywhere. I'm not selling it. I thought about trading it with the one without the S's on it to
I'd kick
have
you out
more
of
of
the
a.
van. I'd kick you out of the van.
But I
You're
thought about getting one that had no S's on it, like this standard badge, plain one.
yeah.
But I just said, fuck it, I'm keeping it. Yeah, it's been with me now for years. I played so many shows with it.
Hell yeah. Yeah, you've already got the cool one. Stick with the cool one. I remember
Mhm.
my local guitar center had one, and if they, whenever they came out forever ago, right? So it was a brand new thing. And I remember everybody being in the drum room, just beating on it. And I went back a week later, maybe to buy strings or something. I just happened to go look and see if it was there. Of course, it's gone.
Right.
And now that's one of those funny instruments that the price on those things just keeps going up. So if you had the opportunity to buy one back in the day for a reasonable price, you definitely don't have that option now unless you have a friend that's doing you a solid.
Right. And at one point, I had even had the sticks. Like I
Oh,
used
cool.
those like for a long time, and I went through so many cymbals because they're durable as hell, and they break
Yeah.
the cymbals.
Right.
So I think after using those, I have like two of my original cymbals that I got when I first started playing. Everything
Nice.
else was destroyed, and
Yeah.
then I think after that, I just put them away. And now I can't find them. So, but yeah,
That's
it's
that's cool. I like seeing unique pieces of gear. All right, Corey, favorite piece of gear. What do you got for me?
Um, so like from pedals to amps, I'm still using the same gear from that ratio that I use in my other project for Peelingcorpse, but the guitar I'm using is probably my piece of favorite gear to use for this project. It's the LTD Flying V. There's a little bit of a sentimental value to it. It just sounds nasty. Uh,
Yeah.
I had got it on a whim for like $150. Took it to my guitar guy, had him revamp it, put new locking tuners on it. He didn't do anything to the pickups. He left the pickups alone
Hmm.
and brought it back to life. Like I said, got it for $150. It was featured on the candy coated corpse video. And if anybody wants to challenge me, I have all the receipts. But it was Jason Parrish's guitar that he did the
Very
first
cool.
first three uh, EP releases for Peeling Flesh.
Nice.
And this thing is nasty. I cannot wait to play it live.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna probably put a car alarm on my guitar case because
Yeah. Right.
because nobody better walk off with that.
Yeah. Oil slicks and
Yeah,
anti-mine
right.
features. Real 007.
Right, like with Louis, his is the snare, mine's the Peeling Flesh guitar.
Yeah.
Which what can you do, fanboy?
Well, it's cool. I mean, it has it has its own history outside of you, which is
Yep,
cool. And then now you're using it, and
yep.
it'll be your main guitar for this. So
Hmm.
its musical resume gets to continue to grow, which is really cool. I
Right.
like seeing people taking care of these old instruments, and if there's something wrong with them, instead of just tossing it, like fixing it up and
Yep.
getting it going again. I mean, I've seen bands where the guy will smash $150 Squire, and it's like, whatever, okay. But
Right.
with some of these, more high end guitars or even cheaper stuff, but it's older, it's from the 60s and 70s. Seeing those things get banged up it just turns my stomach because I'm thinking,
Right.
man, you have no idea how much history is in that instrument that
Right.
you're mistreating.
Well, and that's the thing too. I know this guitar goes for like I think 200 to $500.
Sure.
And to have the opportunity to like, yo, dude, I remember even messaging you when I got it. I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
look what I got.
Yeah, I mean,
then,
I'm sure that there's non-guitar players, that are Peeling Flesh fans. I mean, somebody would just like to buy it just to hang it on the wall or put it in a shadow box or something
right,
and put the
right.
albums, in there
And
behind.
when we started getting this project going, I was like, okay, I used my other guitar from my other project for the recording, and I was like, dude, I gotta have a better voice for this. And
Yeah.
once I got this, I was like, oh, there it is.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
I even told him when he sent me a clip with the new guitar, I was like, we should have just waited a little bit till you got it to
Right.
record it.
I know, but
But that's what we're gonna do for the next one. That's gonna be the guitar
oh yeah,
for the
yeah.
next one.
Hell yeah. Oh,
And
that's
that's the other thing too. Like the stuff that I've recorded. Everybody's like, "What do you use?" I was like, "I won't tell anybody. I'm not even gonna tell it on here. I
yeah.
have my
Keep
secrets."
keep it close to the vest. I get it. I understand. I see bands now that have their the tops of the pedals, with the black tape on them
Hmm.
because there's pedal nerds like me in the crowd, staring, going, "What are you using? What are you doing?"
Right,
And
right.
no, that's cool. Hell yeah! It sounds like you guys have some pretty cool pieces of gear. I love asking that question. Seems like everybody has most people have pretty sentimental stuff. Some people will have cool amps or pedals or guitars or whatever, and it's cool to everybody has a different answer, which that's why I like asking that question.
Right.
Let's close out with one more track. We're gonna listen to.
Before we go,
Oh yeah,
before we go, do you want to know where to find us and everything?
yeah, we're not there yet, bud.
Oh, my bad, my bad.
Yeah,
Edit that
hold on.
out.
Yeah, hold on. No, I'm not editing shit. You've been here. You know the drill. Wait.
All right, Adam
Hold
Levine.
Well, start with me. Start with me. All right, shut up, Corey. This is Peelingcorpse with Radioactive Hermit. You son of a bitch.
I told Louis I was gonna do that shit. I was like, I'm gonna get him, and he's gonna kick me off this fucking thing.
Pissed me off. Anyway, Louie, so let's continue. I noticed your guitar player had to leave, motherfucker. I know he didn't get a chance to say goodbye. What's that
think
technical difficult? Oh, your mic's cutting out. Click.
I think the best one was when I presented Peeling Corpse to him, and really everything was really picking up was Adam's like, why does everybody hate on the bass player? I was like, it's not that we're hating, it's like it's the chemistry.
No, you're a bass hater.
I am not a bass hater.
Bothers me to my core. I hate it. All right, now we're back, and now, Mister, I can't wait a minute. Let's tell everybody where you can find the band. Let me take a guess. It's at Peelingcorpse this and at Peelingcorpse that. What do you think? People are stupid. They can't figure it out. Where do you find the band? Type in Peelingcorpse and don't get confused with Peeling Flesh because that's going to come up first.
It actually is, but Peelingcorpse is one word. We are on Bandcamp, YouTube. The music videos on there. Soon to be Rotting is going to be on there. Nice. We're also on the social medias, the Instagram and Facebook.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
I like that. I like that we're both just hanging on to something that's barely there, like a Facebook page. Who gives a shit? I mean, I have one too. Who cares?
Yeah.
God. Instagram. I mean, that's where you'll get some people looking into you. But
oh yeah.
I think Facebook is at its point where, MySpace was right before we all jumped ship.
I had somebody ask if we were going to start a TikTok, and I said no.
Oh, absolutely not. Yeah. Forget all that.
What? Why? So you can listen to the 1 minute song when you can go onto Bandcamp and listen to it?
I mean, I think it's funny is that it's a minimal of 1 minute to get paid. So.
Oh, is that what it is? I mean, to be fair, if any band could be on TikTok, and it would make sense, it would be you guys, because the TikTok crowd, their attention span deficit, and with you guys putting out minute-long songs, that don't completely disregard that. That may work out for you guys.
Yeah, we'll get like a quarter for like 1 million views on that thing.
Right. Yes, I mean, it's the same you'd get on Spotify. You guys can split, 3/4 of a penny.
Yeah.
Actually, when we first dropped the album, somebody actually bought it for $5, and I was like, Louis, we actually made it. Somebody bought our album for $5.
We're moving on up.
We can go get the yacht.
That's right. Pardon me while I put a down payment on my Porsche. I just made, well, I guess it wouldn't be $5, it'd be like $250. I just made $250.
Yeah. Our $5 actually went and bought the blank CDs off of Amazon.
Hey, getting money and putting it back into into the program. That's what makes sense. That's the smart move.
Right.
You put out CDs, you sell the CDs, you put those into T-shirts. So on, you just keep the money rolling. Right. And Corey, if I didn't send you a link, I think I did. Did I sent you a link to that company that me and Dr. Nez used to press our CDs?
Yes, you did. It's lost. It's off in the archives. I'm gonna have to dig for it.
If you need it again, just ask me. But I mean, you can get a jewel case, shrink wrapped, disc printed, jacket on the inside. $2.50 is what you guys are paying.
Right.
$2.50. Yeah. I mean, you flip that for $10. You're walking away with some cash.
Right.
And they're good quality. Dr. Nez's stuff. He uses that company. I use that company with Kingdom Assault. There's and it's out of Nevada, so you'll get your package in a couple of days. It's worth it. I think mine took 4 days or so. So, all right. I think that about covers everything. Thanks, guys, for coming on the show. This was a good time.
Yep. No. Thank you, Adam, for all the support you've given us so far. It's been amazing.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah. Once you guys have a new video, new music or whatever, I'll be sure to
the
to
next
post
video.
It up.
The one video is going to be of us playing in Adam's bathroom.
Yes, please do. I will make sure that the
he'll be the dad from the Twisted Sister video going in. What are you doing? I want to shit.
What are you doing? Get out of my bathroom. All right, we'll put that on the books. I'll make sure everybody in my house knows that the one bathroom is off limits because we're shooting a music video in there.
Yep.
I'm sure they'll all understand. Hell
Yep.
yeah! Thank you guys for coming
Thank
on,
you.
and
Thank you.
make sure to once this ends, make sure to go over to Peelingcorpse, give them a sub, give them a like, help out with all that algorithm bullshit that we
Do the
just
same for
can't
Adam.
seem to live without. Yeah, I mean, what the shit, you know? And yeah, subscribe to me. I mean, you ought to if you're listening to the damn show.
My cat subscribed, I guess.
The cat is subscribed, which is awesome. More cats need to subscribe to the show. I appreciate that. All right, we're going to close it out. As always, I'm your host, Adam. Thank you for continuing to let Black Tornado Podcast be your home for underground metal. And we'll see you real soon. Take care. Bye-bye. Peace.